Hello, we're back again. It's Marya, founder of the Women Entrepreneur Club, and I'm here with Marya Norell, and a very inspiring entrepreneur doing her own way of business, and that's why I wanted to introduce her to you, because I really want to know how she does it. You have a successful, thriving business, organizing retreats mainly for women in different countries, and you seem like you're having a really good time. I did a retreat with you last weekend, and it was absolutely amazing, and I feel better than ever. So I'm curious how you do it. So how did you find your own voice, your own way of doing business?
So first of all, what is very important to find out is what is your passion. For me, my passion very early in my life was that I was just so turned on to see people flower, to see people wake up into who they really are, to see people live their full potential. And from very early on, this was what I was drawn to. Mm-hmm. To share, to give. And then of course at some point I wanted to make my own business with this, and I was very early with that as well, because I couldn't, I studied as a physiotherapist. I thought maybe I was going to work with people's bodies more as a way to unleash their inner passion and these kind of things, but I just realized I had to go my own way, and in that I also had to go my own way with starting my company. So in those days, almost 25 or almost 30 years ago, I was like a baby, like, oh, how to do this and that.
Because it's an abstract subject. Getting people in their shoes.
Yeah, and I really, honestly, I had a lot of unworthiness at the same time as this inner voice was speaking, like, you have to do it, you have to share yourself. I had the other side, which was part of me that didn't feel worthy. Could I really do this and make it a thriving business? Mm-hmm. So I had to do some healing work on that part. The part that actually she honestly believed that no one would show up whenever I would set up something, like that people would not. And people would show up, which always was like, what, in the beginning. But I didn't let that win the fear, because unworthiness underneath there is fear. Yeah. Or the root is fear. And I did not let that win. If I would have let that rule the show, I would not be where I am today. So it's like you have to do it. I was creating events, I was creating different presentations, and I just kept doing it, even though I was really scared also, even to come into a group of people, and I just like, like that. But I would just do it and do it and do it and keep, even if in the beginning 3 people maybe showed up. I also had 1 or 2 occasions where no one showed up to one of my open evenings, and I said, no, I'm doing it anyway. I'm not gonna. And also being, loving to myself in that, and to that part that didn't believe that she was worthy. Mm-hmm. So at some point I also decided to have this sentence, like an affirmation to myself, that I'm worthy to make good money on what I love to do, or I deserve to make good money on what I love to do. And that was something that I would write in my diary, and sometimes just say it as a inner affirmation. So I think that's really important, to, in spite of being shaky and scared, do it anyway. Like really,
and have compassion with yourself,
and have compassion for the part that is a bit like that. But passion and compassion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's a good tip, to make an affirmation, something that's...
to not just push away the part that feels unworthy. Affirmations don't work if you just go like, if you go above.
If you don't see it.
You have to also address the one that feels unworthy, for example, in my case. Yeah. So it's not like you just push away and then you just go with an affirmation. You really have to address her also. Yeah. and be compassionate with her. Just say, okay, sweetheart, I know it's scary for you to shine your light and go out there, but you know,
just try it.
Yeah, just do it anyway. And you take her by the hand and off you go. And at the same time, have that. Yeah, I am worth this. I have really something to share. It's valuable. And even if there were like 3 people, those 3 people said, "Oh, thank you. This was great." And then it grew, you know. Yeah. But yeah, so
I experienced the same. Yeah, and be very thankful for what you have and the
whenever you
receive.
Yes, just really acknowledging, like when you have a breakthrough or that people are happy with what you do. You know.
Celebrate.
And also really acknowledge that, hey, this is great. So
thank you. So the second question I have, you seem to have a good time, and you're growing your business. You're doing really well. How do you keep it fun and light, and how do you keep the flow in your business?
So one very important thing to remember is, for me, there was a point in my life where I really had to turn to love myself and really care for myself. So apart from, like we were talking about fear and things like that, to really take care of yourself on a daily basis, to do things that make you feel good, to align yourself, meaning that when you are aligned, you feel good, you shine, and these practices that also are very much in the feminine spirituality, they came to me like 15, 16 years ago. I realized that me as a woman, to keep this flow, to shine my light, I need specific approach. So
what do you do, for instance?
For instance, every day I make sure to actually put the hands on my heart and closing my eyes and giving myself loving words. I love myself now. I feel that I have grounded self-love, but I also do it to keep that vibrational field of love in my life, because that makes it's a high vibrational field, and that becomes your new status quo to sustain that. And with that, everything becomes, more light, more easy when you come from that frequency of love towards yourself. But I also know with that I also, with every self-love or I love you or I am here for you, like your personal love statement, it's very important. Personal love statement for me is I am here for you, because I'm here for a lot of people and I needed to balance that. To also, hey, wait, I'm also here.
It needs to come from a place of abundance.
Exactly. So that you balance these things. And I was a bit unbalanced in that before. So with this, I love you, I am here for you, the personal love statement to yourself, you anchor something which makes your reality from a more, it's coming from this high, what I call high vibrational frequency. And then when stuff happens in your life, of course, stuff happens, you meet that from a different approach, because you don't see if something happens in your life, a busy day or, like that. You don't see that as a stressful thing, because you come and you're just, okay, relax, it's loving, just a breath. Just a breath can be perfect, as a self-love act. So breathing and just receiving life from that more zen or loving space in yourself creates abundance actually within. Abundance of energy. I have more energy now than, I'm 52. And I have more energy now than when I was 25, honestly.
And this self-love practice has a lot to do with that.
Self-love, self-care, take care of your body, these kind of things. Really important.
And I know I myself have thought of this self-love practice for a while, that it was a bit selfish, self-centered, because it's so much about you, and I and a lot of women are used to give more to others and not so much think about ourselves. What would you say to these women?
Yeah, this is it's good to recognize if that arises when you, for example, give an just trying
Hi,
it.
Wendy. I see some comments coming
Yeah.
in.
Great.
That's great.
I'm
Hey,
happy.
Susan. Yeah, Susan is all about. She's a self-love coach.
Oh, great,
So,
Susan!
yeah.
Yay! So, no, when you anchor self-love in the beginning, like when
Yeah.
you just say "I love you" to yourself, and the voice comes like, "No, but this is self. It is not okay," and that's a conditioning. And then we love the one who feels not that it's not okay to love yourself. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So
if that
every time
arises,
the
okay.
self-critic, you will.
If the self-critic comes, come, sweetie, it's okay. I love you. You know, you can relax
Yeah.
now.
And these voices, they become smaller
They,
over
yeah,
time?
yeah, they do, and they just sort of. What happens is that when you anchor self-love or this loving vibration to yourself on a daily basis, these voices they sort of integrate into that new frequency because they are just lower vibrational frequencies. You know, low self-worth or the voices that you're not okay as you are. They have a lower vibrational frequency based in fear.
Yeah.
And when you anchor this high, you know, but address it when it's there. You know, we love the one that feels not okay with loving yourself, or these conditionings that we have, you know, from childhood, some of us, or from society, that you have to be there for everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, just recognize them and just also question them. Is this really true?
Yeah.
You know, is this really, does this feel good in my body to think like that? That
Yeah.
I'm
Does
not.
it help me?
Yeah, but really, no, but feel it. If it doesn't feel good in your body to think like I have to be there for everybody else first, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel good in the body. It's not
Yeah.
natural. Then that is not true.
Yeah.
You see?
And it's
a question.
blocking your body.
Yeah. So addressing it, loving even the one that cannot always love herself,
Yeah.
you know, things like that, make it rise into a different frequency, and then it's integrated.
Then it keeps flowing also in your life and your business.
Yeah, definitely. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's a good tip. So, is there any questions from you? I see May and Susan. I saw Wendy. Wendy's there. And we get a heart. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Okay, so I think we should finish up.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that you do have a platform, Blossoming Women.
Yeah.
You just started.
Yeah, Blossoming Women is an online academy that is where I also do like you. I interview women, blossoming women,
Yeah.
and it's so exciting because this blossoming women, when we blossom, when we are shining our light, we are actually serving this humanity.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like waves spreading from us. When we feel good, when we love ourselves, when we love our hearts, it's equally spread to all hearts.
Yeah.
And that is what I love about this work, you know, that what we do here equally spreads to everyone around us. And Blossoming Women is really that possibility, also for a community for women to meet up and to inspire each other. And,
Yeah, and that's what I experienced during your retreat as well. So I think the platform is a great opportunity for women who don't have the chance to visit a retreat,
Absolutely.
to feel this higher frequency and to be part of it.
Yeah, so we're going. Yeah, because we're going
movement.
online, you know, with courses online for those of you who can't come to the live courses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to really make that possible for women, thanks to this wonderful
Yeah.
web that we have, you know,
Yeah.
internet, that we can connect up in this way,
Yeah.
and doing what we are doing just now.
Yeah.
And Marya, it's great, huh? She does this. I really,
Yeah.
I'm also inspired by
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
great. Wow.
yeah, it's so wonderful. I mean, you're the next generation, so to say, after me, and I'm just, you rock.
Stepping up.
Like, and it goes so quickly, you know, it goes so quickly.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, you were 3 days there in this room, and
boom,
she got it.
Yeah.
Great. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I see we have a question from Susan. What do you do in a moment of stress? Can you give?
Very good question, Susan. Thank you for addressing that. Yes, I jumped immediately because one of the most important things to do when you are in a situation of stress is a lower vibrational frequency. And how do you, apart from loving your own heart, but maybe you cannot just stop and you have people around you and you put the hands on your heart. So the breath is the number one key to align in a higher vibrational frequency. So when stress is there, just remember to slow down your breath rhythm. When you slow down the breath rhythm and still, deep, not shallow breathing, just slow down and deep, soft breaths. For example, what happens with the stress is that you are not soaked up to the stress low vibrational frequency. You're staying in a higher vibrational frequency because slowing down your breath rhythm helps you ground in the body and supports you to stay in a good vibration. So that's what I do. When I drive, we are in Amsterdam now, and there's quite a lot going on in a big city, so I just drive, breathing slowly, moving more slowly. Even, stress wants you to move. Even when you have to move more quickly, just see if you can slow down a bit within you. How you move, how you breathe. So very essential, but breath being number one.
Great anchor to think about.
Yeah.
So easy, so cheap. Everyone can do it.
Everyone can do it, and the air is free.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. Thank you very much, Marya, for having the time and sharing your wisdom with us, with me. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section. And if you put your thumbs up or give me a heart, then I know you like it and we'll do more of it. And I hope to see you soon, and I'll definitely stay in touch.
Yeah, I really wish that.
I'm super inspired and love to be part of your movement.
Yay! So, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.